I told myself I would wait for people to vote for what I'm gonna vlog about, but I'm impatient and my decision has already kind of been made up. I'm gonna talk about MCM Scotland, which happened last week and weekend, Saturday. It happened over in the course of 2 days, but I only went Saturday. Mostly about how it's different from the US cons I've been to, and if it's closer to an anime convention or a Comic-Con. MCM itself is definitely more of a Comic-Con feel, probably because it is Comic-Con in the UK. Made a new friend last week who was gracious enough to show me how to get to the train station and on a train and get to Glasgow, which is about like the distance from Rhode Island to Boston, like that. It was a similar train experience. It was like 12 pounds, which is like maybe 15 bucks round trip. That was fantastic. I applaud Scotland for being cheap in that way. We got to the con area where the convention was being held around 9:10, 9:30 in the morning, for the 9 o'clock people that paid for early admission to get in. I did not anticipate being there that early. I paid for 11 o'clock general admission. I sat outside watching the really long line make its way around the area into the con. It threw me back to like Boston Comic-Con way back when it was horrible and you waited out in the heat when I was in Kid Loki and you just died. It was a lot cooler because it's Scotland and I was wearing a dress and not long sleeve everything. I was just Danny. I was chilling by the side while my friend went inside because she paid to go in. So by the time they did like pretty good organizing, by the time they put us in a line, the early admission people had already like gone in and disappeared into the building, and we all easily just walked in. There was no security, which already again was super different, at least from AB. Anime Boston, since the Boston Marathon, has been really on security. Here you go, here's my little ticket. They scanned, they're like, cool, have a nice day. So MCM Scotland, size-wise, not huge. There was a lot of people, but I'd equate it more to like a Rhode Island Comic-Con, maybe a bit less people even. I was in this one big building that had the big room, and then another big room, and then a hallway, kind of combining it all. It wasn't jam-packed, like there was room to walk and sit and eat, but it was pretty busy. It was. And that was already different, that it blew my mind, that they were having panels with celebrities like right out in the middle of the floor. Like there was no room for it. They just kind of, you write down and you walk by and you're like, oh my god, is that a Yanto from Torchwood? It is. And you just sit down and you stare at him in the middle of the con floor. I got myself scanned in 3D for free. I only have to pay for like a little statue if I want to. I have it on my computer. Computer's right here. It's not over there. I don't know why I did that. They were less like on guard with the celebrities that were there. You kind of just, you could walk up to them, you could talk with them, you don't have to buy anything, and you just walk away. My friend who had this book for Doctor Who things, and this actor had signed it 5 times. He's like, yeah, no, I'll take a selfie with you for free. And another thing that happened that doesn't happen often when I go to conventions is that I paid to go on the Iron Throne while I was Daenerys. Meanwhile, at Rhode Island Comic-Con, you don't pay, you just sit down and you take the photo for free. But I paid for it. It was £10. It was £10 for the general, just take a photo like 5 photos, and you can get them emailed to you, or 20 pounds and you can hold a sword, or like the Khaleesi's eggs for the dragons, or Joffrey's crown. And I only paid for the 10 because I was like, I don't need it. It's fine. I just want photos in this outfit. So I get up to the front of the line, and the man running it is like, oh, you didn't get the, like, no dragon eggs? And I'm like, no, I'm just a poor American student. He's like, oh, no way. I went to Boston College. And I was like, holy crap. I chatted about Boston, the Scot who just happened to go to Boston, and how he wanted to move back to the United States after he completed whatever he was doing. And I was like, yo, that's so cool, good for you. He's like, yeah, the US was not where I wanted to raise kids. And I'm like, true, yeah, good for you. So I sat down on the throne, and he gave me the eggs for no extra cost. Simply quote, because you're American. Hasn't happened to me ever at American cons, because most people are American. It was just a nice feeling. He came up after me. He's like, hey, I'll email you later. Can we put you on the Facebook page? And I'm like, yeah, you can. I got so many compliments on my colored contacts that I was wearing. And to me, it wasn't a big deal to wear colored contacts. I feel like most people do. But they were like, purple eyes, what? It made me wonder if the UK doesn't get access to some stuff that we do in the United States. Oh god, there was this Peter Griffin that just kept finding me. I don't know if he just psychically knew I'm from Rhode Island, and he just followed me doing the hee laughter, and I'm like, dude, why are you like this? I'm trying to live stream. Why are you following me? And at the end, after he sat down next to me, when I'm alone for like 25 minutes, it's my roommate, he's just like, dab. And I look at him, I'm like, what? And he just, dab. It was weird. Those who watched the live stream probably saw that guy. It was, don't be weird cosplayers. Those are just kind of just freak other people out. The nearest cosplay that I was borrowing was actually from my friend Julie from work. Which, Julie, if you're watching this, I have to stitch some things up in the dress because I walked around in it so much that the skirt underneath kind of ripped at the seams. But I will stitch that up for you. It's kind of throwing off the Elsa look. If you like lifted up the top part, you're like, oh, wow, that's Elsa. I will fix that before I give it back to you. I got so many compliments on that dress. Someone's like, holy crap, you're beautiful. Obviously in Scottish accents, but I'm not going to try and do that right now. I'm on camera, that'd be really embarrassing. Had people coming up to me, knowing me from Instagram, and whenever that happens to me, which it doesn't happen that often, but when it does, I get so humbled and like shocked that people are like, oh my god, near night. If they're fangirling, I am probably just as fangirling inside. Like, it killed me a little bit of kindness. My heart was just it was so nice meeting everyone, and I finally remembered to get selfies with them because I'm stupid. But reference for me in the future, I will take a photo of whoever comes up to me. Even if I know you a billion times over, I will take a selfie with you. So overall, MCM Scotland was fun. It was a short con, mostly because we did the rounds. I didn't find a lot of fan art of things I would buy at like cons, that since I don't buy fan art a lot anyways these days, I was just looking for like specific things that caught my eye. There wasn't a lot, surprisingly. I was looking for like Voltron, and the only thing I could find was the Black Lion, and it was just the Black Lion and nothing else. It was nice, it was very well drawn. But like I want my Keith or something. My friend got drawn as a sloth. Clothes, lots of like China. You can buy like nerd version of China. It was beautiful stuff. I would probably buy it if I lived in Scotland and I didn't have to transport everything back to the United States. Would I go to a con again in the UK when I'm living in America? It'd be really fun, yeah, to come over and attend these cons. The ticket for me to get in was £11 compared to $60 for American cons. It's like the cost of me attending Anime Boston to go overseas for a weekend. I bought some really glittery, fantastic cupcakes and marshmallows, and holy crap, I learned so much stuff about British etiquette in cafes during this trip. I will probably talk about it in the next video, but oh my god, my mind was blown. Like what I learned, it made me think like, oh my god, that's so rude. How can people just do that normally? But again, I'll talk about that in the next video, which will be later. Yeah, MCM Scotland. Fun. I wish there may be a bit more stuff to do, but it was like a Comic-Con. It's not an anime convention where like everyone's taking photos everywhere, which I wish I got photos, but you know, it was like a Comic-Con. You enjoy it, you walk around, spend time with friends, compliment each other, have a good time. And yeah, that was my review of MCM Scotland. I'm exhausted just thinking about how much we walked around Glasgow trying to find the train station that was across the street. Stuff happens.